Welcome back, my fellow ARKS operatives. It is ARKS Hour, Episode 5. I am GM Dragon, and with me, my co-host.
Hello, hello! Of course, it is your girl, G-Wiz of the Stars, back again, Community Management Coordinator at Sega of America for Phantasy Star Online 2, back for Episode 5. JJ, it's been a little bit. Did you have some happy holidays? Are you having a happy new year since since the last episode?
Pretty good, I guess. Sure. Rappy New Year, everyone. We hope everyone's had a good time. I had a good holiday time. How about yourself?
Yeah, just a little bit different this year, as is the story for most of us. But yeah, it was a really good time. Got to play some PSO2 with people who are special to me, and yeah, back again for ARKS Hour. It's going to be a great 2021, so really looking forward to it. But what do you say we jump right in to the content for today?
Let's do it. So we have a lot to talk about today. A lot of cool stuff, a lot of quests. And the first quest we'll be talking about is Divide quests. Those will be added tomorrow, and they are pretty cool. They are almost like a roguelike type quest, so we'll get into those details in a bit.
That's right, and that's not the only quest we'll be looking at today. Of course, we have an upcoming urgent quest, Where the Chocolate Went. I don't know where the chocolate went, but we're going to try and find out.
I want to find the chocolate. I'm hungry. I want some.
We all want some chocolate. And then, of course, we have a new permanent quest as well. That is Death Destroyer of Worlds. So look forward to that.
Ooh, that's quite the tonal shift right there.
If you couldn't notice by this lovely border around us, it's almost time for Valentine's Day on the ARK ship. So we're going to be talking about the Valentine's Day event today. Looking forward to that. But then we have something else. Isn't that right, JJ?
We do have more, of course. But that's not all. For a limited time, there's going to be some swap shop deals, as well as your boy Zig is back with new weapons. He's pumping out weapons all day. So we got a couple new series to talk about there as well.
Certainly. And then it wouldn't be another episode of ARKS Hour without fantasy fashion news. So look forward to that later in the episode. Lots of new cosmetic items to take a closer look at. It's going to be a good time.
And of course, as per is ARKS Hour tradition, we have a very special guest. And this time around, XingKazma will be joining us later in the stream. Super excited to have him on. He's been great to work with. So yes, look forward to that.
Certainly. Well, right after that, of course, it'll be time for what we always do. Letters from ARKS. We've gotten your letters, ARKS, about your most ideal PSO2 date spot. So looking forward to hearing some answers from you. And of course, if we got some time at the end, we'll be taking some Q&A from the chat. So have your questions prepared. But what do you say we jump right into the Divide quest? What do you think, JJ?
Let's do it. All right. So, Divide quests. This is a new sub-quest that can be found once you go to the quest counter. And as you can see here, the first thing you'll notice there are these two options you can pick on where to go. And that's because this quest is divided into ops, and you must pick one. And we'll talk about each op as we go. And you'll also notice when you go into this quest, the normal difficulties won't be shown. There will be stages. So we'll be showing stage 1 through 5. And right here, this is one of the ops. It is a eradication op, in which you must just defeat enemies. And you'll notice they'll have this spread bomb. Now you've noticed maybe in the rainbow keys, some of those have them. And if you attack them, they will explode, spread all the damage out, and clear quickly. And you'll also notice this bar above on your screen, with the C, B, A, and S. And the more enemies you defeat, the higher rank you'll get. And you'll actually be able to see what rank you'll get after each op. And of course, the higher rank, the better the loot.
Of course. Be sure to bring your A game, or even ideally your S game, to this Divide quest.
Indeed. Always bring the S game. And got a little rainbow drop there. So once you complete one of the ops, you'll go through the telepipe, and you'll once again be given two options to pick from. And we lost a few lives there, and let me mention this: divide quests have lives. So you'll go in and you'll start out with 10 lives, and you can see on the right side of the screen there, your lives will be shown. And we only have 6 now because we someone, maybe one of our producers, happened to die a few times, but it's okay. So we chose the life route, and this is the resupply ops. And in the resupply ops here, we must collect crystals to increase the rank. And you'll also notice these energy pods around the map, in which you must defend. And if enemies attack those energy pods, your rank will decrease. So here I'm just collecting some crystals, trying to raise that rank.
Looking good, If you're perhaps someone who, isn't as comfortable with, fighting against dark files, with your DPS output, collecting crystals is a good way to help out your team still. So don't feel like you can't participate. Collect those crystals because your group's going to need them.
Of course. So yeah, if you're maybe leveling a new class, it's like, carry me, I'll just collect crystals. You can do that too.
Yeah.
All right, and so we got some lives back there. So now there's a point route, and we haven't talked about divide points much, but we'll get into that in a bit. But, more points, better loot. So we want more points. So we chose the point route, and these are the covert ops. And it is sort of similar to the eradication ops, in that you must defeat enemies, complete objectives, and there's also crystals, kind of like the resupply ops. That'll all increase your rank. But you'll also notice that the timer is going up rather than down. So instead of having a limited time, you have as much time as you want in this one until, as you can see on screen there, it's kind of raining, and it's hurting us. So everyone is now taking damage. This is the corrosive rain mechanic. Yeah. Being from LA, we might know a little bit about that.
Certainly, being from LA, I never see rain, but when I do, it is corrosive, so watch out.
Very. So the longer in this op, this rain will start falling, and the more damage and less healing you'll be able to do. And eventually you will have to leave, or else everyone will die, and your rank will deplete. So yeah, that is the covert ops. And once you escape, you'll get the shield defending you from the corrosive rain. And yeah, we have one more op to talk about that we'll be going into. This is the suppression op. And in this one, you will be fighting a boss. Instead of a bunch of enemies, you'll be fighting a boss. And usually this boss will summon some enemies for you to kill as well. And the more damage and the better you do overall, the higher rank you'll get, of course. And I'm totally not going to defeat this enemy in any cheating way.
Using your special GM powers, perhaps?
Maybe, possibly. Because these quests can hold up to 8 people. Each op can hold up to 8 people, so had to record this one on my own. Unfortunately, we didn't get a suppression option when we recorded as the group, but definitely defeated him fair there, and we I got my loot. And after all the ops are done, you'll go to the 5th stage of your quest, which is the boss stage.
Of course.
So here we are fighting the boss, and I mentioned stages before. So this is 1 through 5, but as it's released tomorrow, you'll be able to go all the way up to stage 35. So stage 35 will be available tomorrow from the beginning.
That's right.
And as you can see, this is one of those bosses. This is the boss of stage 5, and he is dividing the stage up
Quite literally
into pieces. Yeah. And of course, defeating him will increase your rank. And we don't have very many lives left. And a little bit more about lives. If your lives do reach 0, the quest will straight up fail. So even if you have people alive, still, but your lives do go to 0, the quest will end. So definitely watch out for that.
Definitely. It's kind of like an old school video game. You collect lives, you spin lives when you game over, and look, hey, another rainbow drop for JJ. Good job, man.
So many rainbow drops coming in. So yeah, those are the divide quests. Very cool type of quest. And one thing I need to mention here, to unlock the next difficulty, the next set of stages, you will have to get an S rank in that quest. So just a little tip there.
That's right.
If you're not sure why you're not, yeah, you got to bring the S game. Bring your most trusted ARKS operatives with you, because there are a limited amount of lives, and you need that S rank to progress. So very competitive, very fun quest, and a lot of good drops to look forward to.
But it incentivizes running it over and over again to see the new content, see how it's different each time. So looking forward to the alliances out there who are gonna get this down just right. We'll be keeping an eye on y'all, so we can't wait to see what you do with the Divide quest. But there's a little something else to this, isn't there, right, JJ? Isn't that right, JJ?
There are. So we have Divide medals. So a new type of currency that comes with this quest, Divide medals, which is in the medal shop, of course, as you know. A Divide medal category will be added, and there will be a lot of very nice rewards you can get, as you can see here. Some 15-star weapons, a few little good stuff you can get if you've been looking for it. That's right. And we also did need to talk about Divide points a little bit. Divide points are gathered or built up from doing the quest, similar to other quests in the past. If you got your challenge points, and now we have Divide points. And of course, the better you do in the quest, the more points you'll get. And yeah, so definitely check that out when it comes out tomorrow.
Certainly. We've heard you, ARKS. A lot of people asking about Divide quests. Divide quest, when we can expect it. It is almost here, so thank you so much for your patience. But there is a little something else coming to the ARK ship, isn't that right, JJ?
Indeed.
That's right.
We have a new event.
Of course, even though the holiday season is over, it seemingly is always a holiday on ARKS Hour. Of course, I am talking about the Valentine's Day event. Enjoy Valentine's Day with fun activities, special rewards, client orders, and more. That's right. So, of course, as per usual, Zia's back. She had a bit of a New Year's break, but she's back in the shopping area. Zia has returned to give out some lovely goods, some lovely gifts. Of course, she's going to be handing out client orders, and if it's your first time seeing this, basically the way it works is you complete one client order and another will unlock. All, of course, the Valentine's Day theme. And you can get some pretty fun rewards from Zia herself here. We're going to take a closer look at some of these items right here. So we have, love this one, Love Elpis, which is a Talus weapon camo. You can fight with the power of love. So looking forward to that. The Love Laughin' for the twin daggers. That's a weapon camo. And then, of course, we got the Cherish. This little chunk is a mag device. So you can make your mag look really, really cute. And then the Feminine Mug. This isn't a feminine mug. It's so feminine. It's not at all, but...
and the panning shot, amazing.
Oh, the panning shot. I wonder who did that. Someone who's real talented, I'm sure. Someone who maybe...
I don't know.
You? I don't know.
No, it wasn't me, actually.
Wasn't you? All right.
No.
Right on. Well, that's not all. There are more items coming as part of the Valentine's Day event, of course. And a big part of it is going to be the Valentine's Day bingo card items. So let's take a quick look here. Few more items that you can earn by completing rows across the bingo card. Really loving the space cake there, partisan weapon camo. We got some evolution devices. We got a Valentine's Day demonic bat type of creature there, as well as some teddy bears. So I'm looking forward to that. I really love the Angeli heart right there. My fellow Force players are probably going to be looking forward to that rod weapon camo. Anything here that's sticking out to you?
The space cake. I mean, come on. I want to play my hunter, pick up the partisan, start hitting people with cake. That's what it's all about.
That's right. You can have your cake and eat it too. So, well, you can't really eat it. It's a weapon camo, but you
can try. I guess.
For sure. So, as per usual with these types of events, there is a new urgent quest that comes along with it. So today, what we're talking about is the urgent quest, Where the Chocolate Went. So
yeah, I'm looking for it, and I'm trying to find it, as you can see.
We can't find it. Chad, if you find the chocolate, let us know. We're trying to figure out where the chocolate went. But
currently looking for it in-game right now. I can't find it.
So long-time PSO players may remember that the Valentine's Day and White Day quests in the original Phantasy Star Online took place in the caves. And so we were returning to the caves once more for Phantasy Star Online 2's Valentine's Day quest. And if you look really closely here in the top right, that mini map right there, the paths kind of divide, which seems to be a theme for us today, on 2 different paths. So you're going to have to split up to conquer both sides. It has a 30-minute time limit, so you can run it over and over and over again. We're looking forward to seeing how many times our most efficient players are going to be able to run this quest in a 30-minute time limit. But yeah, really cool stuff. And I do have a producer note from Sakura herself. She says, take your date here for a spicy time. They'll love the EXP. So it's a good quest to run if you're leveling up. JJ, any thoughts on where the chocolate went?
I want to know where it went. I mean, I'm looking for it. Fun quest, though, for sure. As you said, very similar to the other holiday urgent quests that we've had, in terms of you can keep running it over and over again. So definitely looking forward to seeing how many runs they can get in within that 30-minute time. And I guess a couple tips. You did say that the quest does divide. So there are 2 sides which you must defeat all the enemies before you can progress. So maybe split up the party a bit, take people to each side, defeat those enemies. And I just like the variety of enemies. We have the Statue of Liberty right here.
Of course. We got the Las Vegas Sphinx. My goodness. There are friends and foes from across the many different episodes of PSO2 that are making an appearance here. This may be a controversial take, but I believe even Dark Falls deserves some love on Valentine's Day, but maybe you can spend some time with them here in the quest. Maybe not? Okay.
Maybe. I don't know about that.
They give us the drops, though. The loot. So, I mean, just saying. I'm not trying to be a traitor, I promise. But of course, as difficulty increases, as you go up through the different difficulty rankings for this here, you're going to get more rare drops and rarer drops. So we're almost at the end of the quest here. JJ, could you describe for the good people at home maybe what's going on right here?
So we're on the left side right now, and if you defeat all those enemies, your screen will be smoked up, fogged everywhere. You can't really see what's happening. But that signifies the final enemy you must defeat before you can move on to the middle part of the stage, in which you will fight a bunch of bosses, a bunch of difficult enemies, and yeah. And you might find out where the chocolate went. I don't know.
We're still looking for that chocolate. I don't know where it went.
We're looking everywhere. This is... I can't believe it hasn't melted, honestly. We're in like the volcanic caves over here. I don't know how it can survive, to be honest.
Lots of different... kind of like I would say some of the high tier enemies to fight. Definitely a challenging quest, I found. Kind of reminds me a little bit of the quest we had for the Christmas Day event, but yeah, I don't know. Here we got just a few more enemies to go. We're making our way through the cavern here. And again, this is really good EXP. So if you're, leveling up a new class, new subclass, maybe just starting a brand new character, not a bad time. And I think we found out where the chocolate went, didn't we?
Is that where it went? I think that's it. We found it.
There you go. So we found the chocolate, get some rare drops, looking good. Yeah, really fun quest. Had a great time recording it with y'all. We'll take a look here. Yeah. Some more rare
and if you do notice my mag device there.
Oh,
very,
yeah.
Very cute. Mm-hmm.
Very, very cute.
And there it is.
Popular guy. JJ Dragon. So we'll be moving on here. That was just something that you can expect with the Valentine's Day event. Lots of cosmetic items, the new urgent quest, a lot to look forward to. But we do have another quest we want to show you today, of course. This one is called Death, Destroyer of Worlds. So this is a new permanent quest. I have a note here in our script that says, here's the bitter part of your Valentine's Day update. So this quest is, of course, is pretty bitter. This quest is located in Harukatan, and some of the enemies will be randomized. And there's essentially 2 parts to this quest. And there's a whole lot going on screen right now. JJ, could you maybe break it down for us? real quick.
Yeah, so we are in Harukatan. Many enemies that you might be familiar with in that area. We got miasma pools all over the place. And these are not things you want to stand in. They are very dangerous, very, very toxic. And they will also hurt enemies as well, just to note. So, for example, if you're playing a class that can maybe put enemies into a place, maybe Etoile, you're playing Etoile, and then you can use the black hole, put them in there. They'll take extra damage from it, but definitely don't stand in the miasma. Very painful.
Yeah, I gotta say thank you to you personally, JJ, for helping me and Sakura out during this quest here. If you couldn't tell, we've already died a few times, but looks like we're fighting some sort of spider or giant enemy crab there. Lots of different foes to encounter in this here. JJ, what do you think? Any favorites sticking out to you?
The first part of this quest is pretty great. But what I'm really excited for is that this quest is kind of like a two-parter. Once you defeat the enemies in the first part, you'll see what everyone's really waiting for here. You'll be taken in a ship, and we're going up. We're going up into the skies, into
we're loading
space.
in and loading out, and now we're at the loading screen. So going down this
just to make
familiar
sure
blue
that it's
pipeline.
You have to show the full experience, and that's part of it. Let's be honest.
And so you and the squad will squad up here, take on the second part of this quest. Of course, this one involves the AIS Vega, and you're going to be fighting the Magatsu Choopga. So pretty cool stuff. Fight in space, familiar face here, or faces, depending on, how you want to look at it. And then you got the wings right there. You're going to want to attack that weak point for massive damage. And there's some tricks to this, I've learned. Isn't that right, JJ?
Very, very much so. We are fighting Space Magatsu. He's here. And I didn't show it for sake of, slight embarrassment, but he does do this. He does do this one-hit kill move, in which everyone will be destroyed unless you stand behind these asteroids that you might notice are around everywhere in the fight. So hide behind those if he does this one-hit kill move, which may have killed us many a time because we weren't sure how to stop him. But there it is.
There he goes.
Defeated
And vanishing into thin air. I guess there isn't really air in space, but you know what I mean.
Vanishing into thin space, yes.
Exactly.
and we get, of course, the drops.
Got another rare drop there. Looking good. And yeah, that is Death Destroyer of Worlds, a new permanent quest to look forward to. And I heard we have a limited time offer coming to Phantasy Star Online 2. Is that right, JJ Dragon?
Indeed, for a limited time only. Yeah, no. So from tomorrow up until February 2nd, there will be a limited time swap shop deal in which you'll be able to swap your AC scratch ticket items. Let's say you're scratching, your AC scratching everywhere, and then you got some extras. You got some duplicates you don't really need. Well, you can trade those in for some of these great items you can see on screen here. And I'm sure people will go back to the VOD and pause and see what will be available.
Certainly.
But those will be available tomorrow for your AC Scratch ticket items. So definitely check that out if you've been wanting any of the things you see there.
Definitely. And then familiar face. He didn't really leave, but he's there's something more going on, isn't that right?
Yes, Zig, of course, is back.
Zig! My dude.
With 2 new weapons series. We have the Steel and the Puras series coming in. 15-star weapons. You might have just finished your Revalet weapons, but now we got new ones. You gotta get new ones. We got the Steel and Puras, so definitely check those out. Very strong weapons. Very, very cool looking weapons. I saw that rod you were using, pretty ridiculous looking.
Yeah, it's huge. So there's a rod that's part of this, the Steel series, right? That's in?
Yeah.
It's huge. It's like was bigger than my character. So look forward to that. It's pretty ridiculous. I had to throw a camo on there because it was a little much for me. But yeah, pretty funny. Keep an eye out for that one. But yeah, a whole lot more content coming. Whole lot new content. JJ, I'm pretty excited. Are you?
Of course. And I have a producer's note here that says on the 3rd of February, there will be more weapons added. So definitely check that out.
Definitely.
When it happens.
More is always on the way. So I believe it's time we pay respect to the king. What do you think?
Indeed. The people have been waiting long enough. Let's bring him out.
That's right. So joining us in our digital studio is, of course, the one, the only. You know him, you love him, XingKazma. Welcome to the show, King. How are you doing?
Welcome.
I'm doing great, and I'm absolutely honored to be here. How you all doing? What's going on, chat?
We're doing great. Thank you so much for joining us today. We always try to highlight and feature people who are, some of the stand-up members of the Phantasy Star community. So we're thrilled to have you on ARKS Hour today. Anything we've looked at so far catching your eye? Anything you're excited about, perhaps?
Yeah, I'm actually really happy about the space Magatsu because that was one of my favorite quests, ever to run. And I remember when I first ran it, it was around the time when Etoile came out, and I was like showing people how Etoile works. And I stepped in the puddle, and I completely forgot because I never played Etoile before, so I was like kind of trying to make it happen. And I stepped in the puddle, and I'm thinking, oh man, I'm not going to die because watch is going to happen. My HP restaurant's going to save me, and just ended up being face flat on the ground. And I was like, oh wait, I reset my skill tree. So there was a lot of memories, especially playing with some great members of the community, just going through such a great quest. So
very cool. Well, it's time for redemption as far as that goes. Watch out for those puddles. But
yeah,
let's take a look here. We've got a few questions for you today, if that's all right.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what is your personal history at Phantasy Star Online 2 for people who may not be more familiar, maybe the Phantasy Star franchise in general?
So, surprise to come, I have never played PSU. Actually, that's a lie. I have played PSU, but I was so young at the time. This is around the time when Sonic 06 came out. And I'm a 90s baby. So I was so young that I actually didn't understand subscription-based gaming. Okay. And so like now I'm just like, oh man, I don't know how this works. I'm just gonna play it free. I see a cool guy with a hoodie and a sword, like a beam sword. I'm like, this is great. So I'm gonna just use that. So with that, I have actually played the original Phantasy Star way back in the day. And that was where I first started. And then when I came up and I started seeing other things like PSU, it just kind of clicked that it was the same thing, even though I was really young. And here I am now with PSO2. I've been playing since, the years before as a JP vet. Even though I was on and off because of my content, I've always ventured out into different stuff. But PSO has always caught me to come back. And when it finally released in NA, I was just like ecstatic. I was like, yes, because this is a game that I've been preaching to my friends for so long, and I want them to be able to see how amazing this is. And they love it. And they're really looking forward to what's to come in the future as well.
Very cool. Very cool.
Very awesome.
Yeah, I remember.
So, sorry.
I was just gonna say,
go ahead,
I remember whenever PSO2 was finally like re-announced for North America. I wasn't working at Sega yet, and I was actually kind of like falling asleep, and then I heard the Phantasy Star music. I was like, no way, they're actually
right?
bringing it out. But yeah, really stoked to have you. JJ, you were gonna say?
Oh yeah, just curious, XingKazma. What is your favorite part of just PSO2 in general?
Right now, I mean, all around, I'll give you two answers. All around, it is the ability to play with your friends and everything. I've been hanging out with my guild every now and again. We will run some quests. Being able to talk to people and help people with their builds and their classes. I'm not saying that I know everything, but it is really fun to help a beginning player, get their first level 50, and they have like this sense of excitement when they're playing. And then for me personally, it's the solo content, the ability to try to push your character to its limits, really learn your class, your rotations, and dive deep into how crazy the actual PSO2 mechanics are, and how deep they go. So Yeah, I'm really having fun with it.
Very cool.
Awesome.
Very cool. So there may be people out there who are not familiar with you. So we talked a little bit about the game itself, but what's some of the content that you make? What can people expect from the XingKazma experience?
So generally, I like to center my content around positive vibes. I mean, the end all be all is I'm a gamer. I just play for a crazy amount of hours, and I help people when I can. There have been times where people have come through and asked a question, and I've stopped everything that I've done for like about an hour to help this person understand something better. So it's more or less just kind of being there and being available for those who come through my channel and just ask those questions, even if they're in other channels, whatever. But just trying to be there for the community itself the best way that I can. And that's just by doing what I do every day. And I try to make sure I stay as consistent as possible.
Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, we definitely appreciate all the content you make. I've been hanging out in your chat recently. Love the content. Keep it up. Love the streams.
Thank you.
Jumping back to PSO2 though for a second, do you have a favorite class or weapon? Tell us a little bit more about the way you play.
So I actually love Gunblade, and I know
Nice.
some people are going to be like, "Oh man, Gunblade? Like what, man? Like no."
Gunblade.
Yeah, I've taken up on the class after I used to play Braver, and then I moved over into Phantom, and then coming into PSO2 NA, I wanted to dive into new classes. And I heard that either the producer or the creator of PSO2, I can't remember, really loved Gunblade during the time. So I wanted to see how can I make this work. And when I was learning to play fighter, I realized something clicked, and I was like, wait, this boosts damage on everything. 2 + 2 = 4. Might as well try it out on Gunblade. So I started playing on Gunblade, and surprise, it works. There are games where I end up doing really significant damage, or I have a really cool rotation, and I finish things as fast as I would on a regular class. And it does help having a pair of knuckles on my side every now and again.
Hey, there you go.
Mhm.
A certain weapon camo, perhaps?
Oh yeah. Oh, absolute stealth.
There you go. Very cool.
Yes. Yeah,
So-
definitely look to getting into Gunblade's chat for reasons.
Controversial take.
That's all I'll say. I don't know. So XingKazma, I heard I've seen this podcast. Could you tell us a little bit about this ARKS Council? Yes, it's very cool.
So actually we have two things. ARKS Council is a streamer group that we have on Discord and Twitch now, because it is an official team, thanks to that of Anamana. I know you guys love him,
Yeah.
right? I love him too. He's a great dude. So he actually came to me one day and he wanted to make a stream team for what I already started in the Discord. And with this, it is a way to connect the many content creators that are on PSO2 and build those bridges that weren't really there before. Seeing as though it's really hard to do that as a content creator when you're either starting up or if you're big, it's hard to kind of differentiate the difference between those who take this seriously and those who do this for fun. This is a way to connect those people and kind of have the best of both worlds, while keeping nothing but the positivity and love for the community itself. A lot of people don't know, but actually a lot of us content creators in PSO2 know each other, and we play with each other daily, or we talk every day. But the Oracle Fleet is actually the podcast that we do. So me and Anamana, we do this podcast every week, once a week. And we talk about the updates, our experiences with PSO2, and then some of the announcements for the new updates that are coming as well as too. And we just kind of speak on it. And then we actually have some special guests, which are other content creators, and we get their opinions. We talk a little bit more, and we play a little bit as well.
Very cool. Very cool. I know that I've actually kind of lurked some of the streams for the ARKS Council, like the different members, and a lot of cool content creators in there. You know who you are when I speak to that. Hopefully you're watching. But yeah, I'm sure there's someone watching right now, being on Twitch or YouTube or somewhere, who sees what you do and wants to do what you do one day. Perhaps, maybe wants to be a content creator, maybe wants to be a guest on a future ARKS Hour. Would you have any advice to new content creators, people who are just coming up, or maybe even some shout outs as well?
Yeah, so one of the biggest things that I can say about being a content creator, I've been a content creator for 6 years, and I've experienced personally the professional side and the unprofessional side. And let me tell you, there's a huge difference. Respect the process, do what you love, and enjoy yourself. Find your own peace and love with it. Because if you want to do something like this, you make your passion into a career. If you're going for the business side, or always have fun with what you do. Because when you look back at it, a friend told me one day that if you can't look back at your own content and laugh and have the same fun, how can you expect that from other people? So always make sure people are enjoying themselves as much as possible, because at the end of the day, that's all that matters.
Definitely.
Super great advice, I have to say. Yeah, definitely.
Right on. Well, we are super glad that you're with us today, and taking a look at some of this lovely new content for Phantasy Star Online 2. What do you say we look at some more?
Yeah, I'm down. Yeah.
Let's do it. Stick around. Hang out with us. We're going to take a look at some more content. Up next is my favorite segment, as you all may know. That's right, we're talking about fantasy fashion news. The only massively online kind of MMO adjacent type game, fantasy fashion type thing that spells fantasy and fashion with a PH. That's how it's spelled,
correctly.
Right, JJ? Yes.
AKA the destroyer of my wallet. Yeah.
Yes.
We don't spell fashion with an F. We certainly don't spell fantasy with an F here. So let's.
That would be incorrect.
It would be
You can't spell it
incorrect.
like that. Exactly.
We tease. We're just kidding around. But let's take a quick look at some of the content. So first up, some of y'all may have seen this. We posted about it on Twitter yesterday. The Sweet Romance.
Yes.
AC Scratch, rated M for mature. The Secret Marchand here, I believe we have. Something like that. Looking like a gumdrop. Really, really cute.
Kind of gives me like huge Hansel and Gretel vibes.
Definitely.
I love it.
Definitely. We've got the Tornillo Ensemble. JJ, would you wear that?
Ooh.
Looks pretty comfortable, you know.
Yeah.
Just chilling, you know. It's cool.
Casual date, you know, kind of thing. There we got, of course, base wear and outerwear for that. I love this one here, the Evening Rose.
Oh yeah.
So real fancy, real classy.
I'm not normally into pigtails, but I would actually wear that
There you
just
go.
because it looks really good.
Very cool. Outerwear, base
Evening
wear.
Rose.
Now this one right here.
Ooh.
The Modus, I believe is how we pronounce that set. Looking real fancy.
Shout out to the cast.
Yeah, cast are
the
getting
hat.
something.
That is crazy.
Speaking of which, we got another one right here, another set. Loving the purple on that. Looks really good with the hair. So yeah, and then of course,
Is that hair metallic?
something like that. I don't know. We got accessories. There's a little bit of chocolate right there. Some more hairstyles, of course.
Some of it went there, yeah.
There's those pigtails, and then Evolution devices.
Evolutions.
It's not Easter yet, so. And then of course we've got the Valentine's Day emote there. Loving the teacups, drinking out of cups, being an ARKS, you know. We got our
Oh man.
our Sakura, I believe, petals or whatever it is there. And then some poses. I have a special producer's note though about the Sweet Romance pack. Our producer Sakura wanted me to let you know that you all saw the teacup, you know.
Right.
Ship 2, Block 7, we await your tea party. So we'll be keeping an eye out on y'all. I know that a lot of y'all love to have fun over there next to the ship, next to the quest counter.
Yeah,
so.
We got any Ship 2 in here. Let me see in chat. And any Ship 2s?
ideas. A couple of mischievous ideas.
If you're from Ship 2, shout it out.
Certainly. Shout out whatever ship you're from, though.
Ship 2, stand up, please. Where we at?
Very cool. King, do you play on Ship 2? I'm curious.
So actually, yes, I do, but I do have alternate characters on other ships, just to do a little bit more.
Very cool, very cool. So this is something else that we've been, seeing a lot of requests for, and this is of course the episode 6 Deluxe pack. That's right. New content coming with the Deluxe pack here. Etoile Phantom emote. Episode 6 package poster furnishing and more. So let's take a closer look here at the Deluxe pack. A lot of different items there. Yeah. Anything standing out to you, JJ?
Looks very deluxe, I have to say. I do like that visor, very cool, and that that outerwear, the Zeldna Chaser, very cool. I like that
Cool.
trench coat look for sure. So I'd be picking that one up for sure.
How about you, King? Anything standing out to you?
Yeah, I gotta agree on the visor. That looks really clean. It's always good. It's hard to find a good visor every now and again. I want something really edgy, so that's definitely gonna fit.
Personally, I'm really looking forward to, I believe it's the shaker nails right there. I can think of a certain game that has fingers that move on their own. But yes, lots of different things that are coming as part of the Episode 6 Deluxe pack. So, look forward to that. And then we have even more to talk about. Of course, we're talking about Mission Pass Season 13, which will be starting naturally after Season 12 ends, coming up here on the 3rd of next month.
Really? Okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure.
Yes.
All right.
I thought it might be
Can't
14.
confirm.
Some like unlucky number 13. You might skip it, but no, yeah, we're doing 13.
Unlike a certain operating system, we don't skip numbers around here. So, let's take a quick look at some of the Season 13 content.
Crossing my fingers.
We got even more for casts here. Some accessories, hairstyle. How about y'all? King, anything here catching your fancy?
Always the visor. That's everything. I don't know what it is with visors today. It's all catching me today.
It's a visor day.
It's a visor day.
How about you, JJ?
Lot of cast stuff, really cool. Happy for all the cast players out there. A lot of nice stuff. So yeah, definitely
Heard your
checking that out.
pleas. So, lots of cast items today. So, Mission Pass 13. Keep an eye out for it. It'll be coming very, very soon. Lots of different items, but what do you say we move on and hear from you, ARKS, with our letters from ARKS? How's that sound, y'all?
Let's take a look.
All right, so letters from ARKS. This episode, we put out a call. We wanted to hear what's your best PSO2 date spot. So let's see where y'all would take your PSO2 dates on a date.
This will be interesting.
This will be interesting for sure. All right, King, could you maybe read off this first letter here?
Oh, yes, and this comes from a very good friend of mine. So, best location for a PSO2 date on the battlefield, of course, nothing beats defeating Profound Darkness together from Flyer Go.
Very
Dude.
cool.
If I can have a date while fighting someone, or fighting a god nonetheless, that's like the best thing to be. You just need no one else afterwards.
Work together, accomplish tasks together. That's what romance is all about. At least I
Right?
think so. I don't know. Very cool.
Overcoming challenges. Yeah, it's all there. It's all there.
Sometimes interpersonal challenges. Sometimes it's profound darkness. You know, it's part of it.
Yeah.
But thank you, Flyer Go, for your letter. And we will be seeing you online very soon. JJ, I've got a letter. Could you read it?
Of course. Yeah, this is from Sidearms EX. I say Wopal. Who doesn't like that? Who doesn't like the beach? We'll expect for people who actually don't like the beach.
Lol.
I mean, I like the beach. Look, who doesn't like the beach, though, for real? But most places are fine as long as both people enjoy each other's company. Now, that's true. That's true. I
Yeah.
must say.
That's
right. Even if you don't like the beach, even if you'd rather be inside playing Phantasy Star Online 2, which is honestly me, all of us maybe, yeah, you can still have fun no matter what you're doing if you're doing it with the right person. So let's move on to our last letters from ARKS for the day. This is from moe.lollipop on Instagram, actually, who wrote in, best location is definitely coast and forest, maybe even the tundra or floating continent. Seems like Moe here has is pretty flexible with date locales. Lots of different suggestions here. But I will say, something that this makes me think of is that, you know, you may not be revisiting the forest very often these days, or maybe some of those older locales that maybe some of the new content isn't, taking place in. It's always good to go back there with your friends for screenshots. There's so many wonderful locales you may pass right by while you're doing quests. Go back and take a closer look. Take some cute screenshots. You might see them on the next ARKS Hour, you know, so stay tuned. But yes, we want to thank all of you ARKs for sending in your wonderful letters. If we could showcase them all, we would. Don't worry, we read through each one that we get. But we'll have another round of letters from ARKs in the next episode. So, oh wait, hold on. I'm getting a special message. We've got a special transmission coming in from ARKS HQ or whatever you want to say. Oh my goodness. Let's take a look at the footage. Oh my gosh.
Oh.
We were just visited by the lovely Love Rappy. That's right, everyone. We've got a new keyword giveaway. I ARKS you, which doesn't really make sense, but after Rappy Holidays, we had to kind of, make it a little harder to guess.
It makes so much sense. What?
It's the thought that counts, It's like you say it, but because we are all fans of PSO2, we just kind of know what you mean. It's unspoken words.
Certainly. So that's right now. I'm sure some of y'all are posting in the chats right now on Twitch and YouTube, but the way this works is you want to go in-game into Phantasy Star Online 2 on your PC or your Xbox, and what you're going to want to say in all caps in the lobby, I ARKS you. And then check for your gifts. But we got the Sprite's Plight weapon camo for Soaring Blades, Partisan, and Sword. How y'all feeling about that?
I'm loving it, honestly. Every time you guys give me a sword, I have so many swords saved up. It makes me want to keep going back to playing Hunter, and then I don't do it, and you give me more swords, and I regret it every time.
How about you, JJ?
I like that it's a Partisan one as well. We got two Partisan camos now. We got the Space Cake and now this. So this is a good day for hunters everywhere, for sure.
Definitely. Well, again, to get your items, you're going to want to go in-game into the in-game chat and type I ARKS you in all caps. You can do that right after the episode, and you'll have to the 2nd of February to do that. So thank you, Love Rappy, for sending along some gifts for the viewers. But yeah, we have a few more minutes. Perhaps we could take some questions from chat. JJ, XingKazma.
Yes.
Let's take a
y'all
look.
have any questions that you're seeing there that we could perhaps answer today?
Really quick, before we get into that, I will mention, I did say before that Divide Quest to go up to stage 35 tomorrow. That is actually not the case. I've been told it is actually 30 for now, and 35 will come a bit later. So
Stay tuned.
Sorry about the mistake.
More
there.
to look forward to.
But let's take a look at some chat stuff. All right, we see you, chat. Luster.
Luster? That's not the L word we're talking about.
It's a thing, right?
Yeah, so Luster, stay tuned. We're always updating the game. I know a lot of y'all pay close attention to the content in the Japanese version. Just stay tuned, is what we'll say to that. And we hear you.
Stay tuned.
Absolutely. We're fans of the game, so we feel the same way you do.
Stay tuned.
Trust me, I'm definitely hyped.
All right.
I think we have a question there about Ultimate Booster Exchange. I'm hearing a lot of that in the chat recently. That's something you guys mean?
JJ?
Ultimate boosters. No news on that at this point, I would say. Nothing to talk about there at
Nothing
this
that
point.
we can share.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, we can't mention too much on that front, I would say.
Believe me, we want to tell you everything, but we got to be responsible. So, it's part of the
can I answer this one? This one's pretty
What's
interesting. Up? Why can NPCs swear but we cannot? Because you ARKs are supposed to lead by example and be a prominent member of the community and breed nothing but positivity and joy.
That's right. No cursing club.
the no cursing club. We can't do that over here. This is family friendly, okay?
Any more questions? Maybe one or two more here.
Let's see.
I have someone asking if it's okay about the Discord.
Discord?
Yeah, the ARKS Council Discord. Is that all right?
To talk about it?
Go for it, yeah.
Yeah. So if you would like to get involved with the Discord, there are multiple different links. If you actually search up the ARKS Council stream team via Twitch, you will be able to see it there. Multiple different content creators do have links for it. I have a link for it on my channel specifically, and it's everywhere. So if you want to get into it, just make sure you stop by any member of ARKS Council that you see on Twitch. It's available there, and we do a lot of things in helping content creators build themselves from zero to wherever they need to be as a creator themselves.
Very cool, very helpful. These are the kind of people we love to showcase on ARKS Hour. For those of you content creators who are out there, people who are a positive, asset to the community, I guess you could say. So, any other questions we want to take before we wrap up?
Let's see here. We have a question about if you're on a YouTube, King. Are you on YouTube?
Are you?
I am on YouTube. I'm not very good at it, I will say. I'm more of a live streamer, live entertainer. But I do have a YouTube with, some guys to some of the things that I do, like Gunblade and whatnot. Just same name, XingKazma on YouTube. Can't miss it. It is a giant XK, all black and white, all there for you to see. Same energy, same info. And I'm trying to do a little bit better on my end, I will say that. But this is a good stepping stone.
YouTube's a work in progress, I suppose, for you, King.
Yeah,
Very
it's
cool.
new. It's new.
All right. Well, if there isn't any other key questions we want to address, I guess we could go ahead and wrap up for the day. Does that sound good to you, JJ King?
Yes, absolutely.
Yep, it's been a great stream.
Absolutely. It's been a pleasure, as always, to showcase this content to you, the Phantasy Star fans and players, all of you ARKS. We really are thankful for each and every one of you. Thankful that you're spending your time taking a listen to the stream today. And yeah, we'll have more to showcase in the next episode. And we hope you look forward to all the wonderful content. And 2021 is going to be a crazy year for Phantasy Star.
Oh,
so
yeah.
You know what we're talking about.
Yes.
So.
Phantasy Star, yes. Very good stuff to look forward to in the near future, for sure. 2021 will be a good year for Phantasy Star Online too, yes.
And I would like to say thank you all for having me here. I'm extremely
on.
honored. And this is probably one for the books that I'm going to be talking about all year. Thank you so much.
Very cool. Of course, I want to thank you again, XingKazma, for being on. You want to shout out anything before we wrap up? Any links? Any friends?
You can always catch me live at twitch.tv/XingKazma, and I have at least 4 content creators that I have off the tip of my tongue right now. I don't want to waste too much time. That I can shout out to you guys if you're looking for some great PSO2 content. There is Chrono Catastrophe, GM Custom, Faye, Kuropi, and Mark Kawaiji are some awesome ones that we could talk about, but there are more within the ARKS Council for you guys, and there's just content all around. So always make sure you take a look.
Is it Hime that's in ARKS Council? You know who I'm talking about?
Actually, yes, Hime character.
Yeah. I was checking out her streams recently. Very cool. Well,
awesome vibes.
Very cool. It sounds like there's no shortage of people making Phantasy Star content. And again, we do want to thank you. Want to give props to the King for coming out to the stream today. Thank you so much, King.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
All right, JJ. What do we always say?
Gods be operatives. Thanks for watching. Go check out XingKazma. He's actually a great guy. It's been great working with him, honestly. And check him out. And thanks everyone for watching and showing up. And definitely look forward to the next stream. We might have some juicy content. So thanks for watching.
Thank you.
And see you next time.
Gods be operatives. We'll see you next time. I mean, honestly, I like milk chocolate the most, but that's just kind of my thing.
But
dark chocolate is the best.
yeah, I gotta agree. Dark chocolate just has like that tang at the end that you just love so much. It's great, especially with some milk.
I'm a basic ARKS. What can I say? Oh my goodness! I just realized we never found where the chocolate went. Where'd it go?
I don't know.
Well, you'll have to find it tomorrow in in the urgent quest. But
wait a second.
Wait, are we?
Did you take the chocolate? Was the code a distraction? I think.
I'm sure it did.
Oh my goodness. Okay, we gotta go. We gotta go hunt down this love, Rappy, and y'all do too. So if you can find out where the chocolate went, send in your answers. But thanks again for being here, everyone.
Yes, thanks to all of you who stuck around for these. These are always fun.
Extended Universe ARKS Hour. Thank you.
Yeah, have a great one.
Bye.